in this session today, we will be mostly not looking into more technical stuffs. We have different versatile of people today available here. People, some of them are freshers, some of them are coming from some other domains. So to start with, we need to understand what exactly we are going to learn. What is data engineering first of all. Once we have an idea about what we are going to learn, then we will go more into technical stuff. So today we will be having an introductory session basically, which will help you to understand what you are going to expect in the next journey with this course. We'll understand what data engineering is, what is the importance, how and why data engineering kind of a role is getting a good boom in our current scenario. So let's celebrate. We are planning for 100 days boot camp of complete data engineering. We just want to touch base through all those stuff which is currently market trending, which will help you to earn a job in any data engineering kind of concept. Even some of these people, as you are from data science or some other background also, we will be going through all this concept initially, which is the building block of this complete data AI domain completely. So to start with, let's understand like what exactly is data engineering. Anyone have any idea about what data engineering is? I know few people have done internship. Anyone of you have any idea about what data engineering is? Okay, let's go. So we will be mostly the complete sessions, it will be kind of a knowledge share. We will have this kind of a concept in an interactive session. So we will have, if you have some kind of questions, you will be given enough time to clarify that. We will also run a parallel forum in Discord, which helps us to understand if you have any kind of questions, and we can help each other to learn in the right manner. Okay. So to start with, we need to understand what exactly is data engineering. Before understanding what data engineering is, anyone know what Industrial Revolution 4.0 is? Any idea? Supraja, you have any idea?
Actually, no.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, sir.
Okay. So Industrial Revolution 4.0 is like there is currently 4 different versions or revolutions of industry that has happened. So other than industrial 4.0, which is recent, we had 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0 respectively. So what this happened, what exactly this is? So Industry 4.0 is more this revolution which is related to artificial intelligence, IoT. Most of them should know it is Internet of Things, which is having quite a lot of influence in the current data market related to industries to help production companies, factories to get smarter. And automation and all this stuff comes in the 4th revolution. This revolution started in basically in Industry 1.0 started in 1700s till the mid of 1800s, where initially the steam engine, everyone knows, right? Steam engine was introduced. This helped quite a lot of industries to get their scale up their production, especially like textiles and all those stuff, to scale up their productions. Then later came the Industrial Revolution of 2.0, which is between 1800s, mid of 1800s to mid of 1900s. That's where you had communication, telegraph, telephone and all those things come. And the major, one of the findings was energy resources like electricity came, which helped to enhance these factories further ahead to build more enhanced versions of the scalable factories. Then came Industry 3.0, which is from 1960s to 2000. That's where we got computers, microprocessors and all this stuff. And currently we are staying in 4.0, which is the revolution of AI, IoT, automation and all those things. And what is this importance of Industry 4.0 here in its data engineering means? Is there any relation? In that case, what is that relation? So data engineering, when it comes to AI or IoT, completely, these kind of things are rely on data. Industry 4.0 relies heavily on generation, collection, and analysis of large volumes of data. That's where the scope of a data engineer comes. A data engineer is someone who collects this data which is coming out of all this what IoTs, or even you all use chat GPT, right? It is a LLM model. This LLM model need data to be created. That model was built on certain informations from web pages, free like repositories like GitHub, Stack Overflow, and all this information collected, and this data, whichever information is data, which finally used to build this product called as ChatGPT. So the current industry 4.0 relies heavily on data. For each and every decision making or whatever it is they want to build, even a AI model, the data is required from somewhere. So who is a data engineer, and what exactly is data engineering? Data engineering is a process of designing, constructing, and maintaining system to collect, store, and process data. If you are a data scientist, few of you people have done internship, some of them have worked in data science, you need data. In data, when you want to make a robust models, you need huge volumes of data, versatile data. There you require a data engineer who will be consistently getting you data for the consumption of a data scientist, a data analyst, or whoever wants a end data for. So data engineer job is to collect the data, clean this data, and provide this data in a proper manner that other people's, like data scientists or data analyst or other consuming people, can use that for some efficient decision making. So that's it. What made this evolution of data? So if you see, like in 2010, the total data size in the complete world was around 2 zettabytes, and it gradually increased, and it increased eventually in this last decade. It just multiplied like anything, which went to 181 zettabytes of data in the complete world. This introduced a new requirement of people like data engineers or big data engineers to collect this data, then process this in the right manner and get it to the end users in the right manner and at the right time. And this is where our importance starts as a data engineer. So if I want to tell you examples of data engineering, all the industries in the current scenario need data. They are working completely on data itself. So let's take some few examples. Like if I tell you, like, I think we can go with Amazon. So we all know Amazon have a lot of warehouses in different parts of our country. Like if you say in Bangalore, if they may have in Chennai, they may have in Hyderabad. So they will have industries, warehouses in different part of India. So the stock that should they maintain in each and every place is different, right? In Chennai, they may require a different type of stock when it comes to December, or when it comes to normal winter season of Bangalore, they need lot of winter related clothings and all those stuff which is should be available in warehouses of Bangalore. That may not be required in Chennai because the climate is different. So this kind of decision how they make, they should have some historical data, right? Historical data in the sense, like in 2023, what was the trend, what people bought. So in 2024, they can collect those data and make decisions on basis of 2023 data. So that is what the current age is helping customers to make decision on what they require in the form of data. So that said, we also need to understand what exactly a job of a data engineer is. As a data engineer, we basically going to fetch informations from different sources. That can be like, for example, let's take your computer itself. So in case of your computer, you'll have quite a lot of data available in your computer. You have some data coming into your C drive, some into your D drive, some into your F drive. From there, you are loading the data. Loading the data means you are consuming the data. You are taking the data. But what the data engineer, see, if data is already there, what is that job that data engineer is doing? So if that is the question, all the data will not be straightforward. It will be, for example, I can show this data. This is a JSON data. Can anyone make some kind of sense out of this data? If you go deep, you can, but as on a single look, can you make any sense? Raw data in this format, this may not be easy for someone to come and interpret and make some decision. But if you see this data, if you see this table, it makes sense, right? You can see like it's basically trying to tell some employee data. It's giving its employee ID, name, birth date, and whatever it is, straightforward. That at your first sight itself, it makes some sense. So a data engineer, on a high level, one of his job is to make meaningful informations out of raw data. So that we use different techniques, different tools. For example, Databricks is one of a tool which is one of the recently booming kind of a tool which we use, where we will extract the data from some location that may be, the AWS S3 or somewhere in your ADLS, and from there the data is loaded, and that loaded data is been cleaned. Then it makes some transformation. Sometimes the data may not be straightforward. Sometimes, for example, a person will have a complete full name in one column, and the requirement of the business will be you need a first name and second name. So then you may need to write logics to create a new column out of this column with has two new columns with first name and second name. A kind of high level idea, something like that you will be doing in your day to day as a data engineer. So in this case, same thing for that same question. Like if you normally in case of other application, if you are not using a Databricks, you may need a service tool for data ingestion. You may need a different storage location, and if you need to data processing, you may need to use a different IDE kind of stuff. Then for pipeline management, you may need another application. So, but here everything happens. So I don't want you people to make to be too overwhelmed on the first day, because there are people who are freshers who may not be understanding what exactly is going on here. So I'm not going too deep now. So slowly, those who are freshers, these are some of the terms which we daily use in data engineering. Data ingestion is nothing but you just load the data. Data storage is somewhere you need to store this data, right? So that we normally use S3. S3 is in AWS, it is kind of a storage location like your drives in your laptops. Then data processing means we just we need to make it meaningful information. So for that we use SQL or Spark. In our course we will be learning PySpark. It's a Spark API of Python API for Spark. Then pipeline management means once we code, we will have some kind of jobs. Job means workflows running every day, which will collect the data. So we will be maintaining that. That's it. So once you code for some kind of data collection, from next day, if you schedule that using certain tools, there are tools like Airflow and all, which will help you to automatically run some code. You have a notebook that need to be run every day morning 5 o'clock. You just configure that there. It will go and just trigger your notebook and get your data there. So that's the case. And when it comes to infrastructure setup, it's kind of, we need certain tools to build all these things. So we need to build that infrastructure setup. We also get help from DevOps people who are the people who will be designing, helping us to get all these things done. But we also should have good understanding of these tools to use them. So we will get on to these tools and stuff later, and let's go further ahead. Okay, so now let's come to the real part. So what is the scope of data? As we already discussed, right, we discussed about industry 4.0. The current industry is completely dependent on data. So the future scope, there is nothing ahead to tell from my end. So that is, you people will be able to understand what will be that scope that you can expect out of this engine. And if you go directly to LinkedIn and search for data engineering or big data jobs, you will be able to understand the salary packages, how many number of vacancies you can see, and all those things. So let's go straight forward and we will see what is the salary expected salary package in when it comes to a data engineer. How much a data engineer? Let's take it as a fresher. Okay. So here you can see I'm just going to search for data engineering jobs in Bangalore, and let's filter for only freshers. I know experienced people are there, but just to show that your expectation should match, right? It should not be like you should not.
I think the slide is only presenting.
Is it okay? Let me just. Thank you. I think I didn't share completely. Now, can you people see?
Yes.
Okay. So this is you can see a vacancy that has been listed by Capgemini. This is from Glassdoor. Okay, it is one of the trusted place where you can look for all these things. So the data engineering 0 to 2, that is a fresher or a initial level role. Capgemini is offering a salary of 4 to 6 lakhs. That's 5 lakhs to start with. These are I'm just showing you the basic starting salaries. There are companies who are offering even 20 lakhs plus packages for freshers, but that depends upon the company's thing and your skill level, that you may need to grow your skill in such a way that you get into some kind of product based companies. Definitely you're going to get 20 lakhs plus. Broadbridge, another one. This is also fresher vacancy. The pay scale is around 10 to 11 lakhs, which is decent enough. And if you go for another one, Nestle, it is also offering you somewhere around 4 to 7 lakhs. To start with, as a fresher, for sure you'll get a package somewhere around 4 lakhs for sure. And that is just, I don't want you to have too much of an expectation, that's why. But definitely you'll get options of even see, you have somewhere here. There is an option of 16 to 38 lakhs, and average this company is paying 27 lakhs median salary. So once you get into this role and get experience, once you cross 2-3 years, then the salary will be this like it will be just multiplying in the initial stage. Once you get into senior role, yeah, there will be a stagnation there. The salary hike will be on percentage, but still you will get a decent enough salary. So you will all have a question like a 1 hour daily session for 100 days, will that make you a data engineer? If you have questions something like that in your mind, I will say no. Nothing but when it comes to certain services like Spark and all, it is like ocean. You have quite a lot of information to learn. So to pass this information through a 1 hour session will be difficult. So what we will plan is, we will definitely provide you certain tasks outside what we will have as a live session. And also we will provide you important links that is like gives you a complete stretch of idea about how these things are working. That maybe outside our forum you will have quite a lot of informations which we think that is valuable for the current market, that we'll be sharing with you. So I think you need to spend at least an additional 2 hours to 3 hours depending upon your skill level to have a complete learning of a data engineer. If you want to complete this in a period of 100 days, something like 3-4 months. So let's come to this concept of what exactly we are offering you. So this, to start with, we will be training you in the first month, maybe around 20 to 25 days completely into SQL and Python. Note, this will be a complete crash kind of a course, because most of the people are graduates from IT background. Everyone have the basics of SQL and Python. That's what we expect. And so we will give you a run through kind of a crash course through SQL and Python to refresh, to brush up your knowledges. So because as it is a fast paced course, 100 days, it will be difficult for us to spend too much time for basics. Because basically when it comes later in Apache Spark also, you'll be going through Python API of Spark. So there also you'll use Python. So you basically only need to know the syntax and all those stuff. We will also use SQL, Spark SQL in Apache Spark while using Databricks. So as I already asked why we kept Databricks here. Databricks is one of the booming technology now, booming tools. If you go and search in LinkedIn also for a job, most of the data engineering jobs you will find Databricks as one of a requirement. So we thought we will add that here, so that will help you to get a better extra stretch over others when it comes to your profile when you go for initial jobs. Then comes a real world project. In the sense, you all may need to create a free tier AWS cloud. We are basically going to concentrate on AWS in this first session. So we will build a project which will be kind of a real time. You will feel what exactly people are doing, because we have seen many courses, even people training currently, they used to train people on local networks, local environments. People don't understand. Once they come into the job, they feel they are in an entirely different place itself, because whatever they learned is either already expired informations, or those informations are not complete enough to compete in a real world projects. So we will make sure that you get a kind of a hands-on experience into how real world projects happens, how data comes, how we process, what all problems we face. We will make some kind of scenarios to understand that. Then as the highlight, so interview preparations. As we all know, whatever knowledge you have, you are from IIT or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Every time the interview preparation is a different thing. You have PySpark, Python, whatever it is, straight away they will ask problem solving skills. Look for your problem solving skills, like Leetcode solutions or something like that. So we need to start from optimizing your resume that suits a certain job roles. So this is not a one-time process optimizing your resume. Each time you apply a job for a new company, there the requirement may slightly change. So you need to optimize your resume in such a way that it suits that company also. So we will train you in such a way how to optimize your resumes in such a way that to attract other people. We will have people coming from HR background itself to train you in that, who will be the people who will be filtering out your resumes, right? They know how it should be to get selected, or at least get a chance to present an interview for. Then Leetcode, problem solving, we need Leetcode or HackerRank, something like that. We need to go through that. We will go through some of the important things which is back to back required. Like as a fresher, you may be requiring kind of stuff. So then it comes to one-on-one mock interviews. We will bring some people who are currently working in the market to interview people in such a manner. You will be getting a correct touch of what you are going to expect in interviews. So this is what we are expecting in this 100 days totally. We are I just want to make sure you people are going to not going to learn everything in data engineering. If I will tell, like a 10-year experienced guy also is not going to know everything in data engineering, because there are numerous number of services, numerous number of techniques and tools that is required. But these whole things people learn when they get into projects, one project to other project, the tools may differ. That's where they learn. So we have built the course in such a way that whatever required in the current market to start as a fresher, that is there for you to start. Anyone, any questions? So I hope you are all clear with that. So we also want to tell you these things, so like why we built this course free to start. So we all have even during my period and now also I can see, like many of these people, once you come out after your graduation or post graduation, you find a lot of institutes or giving training for people. They take all your money from, like maybe that is 50K or 55K straight away from you. Once you get into the job, the training, you will either realize that is something out of your interest, or you will understand that is they are giving some scrap kind of course there. there are people who are giving good courses also, but I just want to point out on cases where you jump into such kind of chaos where you pay and finally end up in a bad course. So we made it free, so you understand you will have enough time to validate our course, whether we are giving you quality information, and whether it is going to help you and something it is matching your passion. So you have 1 month to decide. Once you decide, also we are not going to charge anything huge like 50K or 1 lakh for this. We will have very minimal amount, which will be somewhere around 5K, maybe lesser also, which will be depending upon that month's number of classes. So monthly somewhere around 5K. So this is built to make sure that you land into the right course only after you see and feel the course.